church. Come on, man. Y'all making me... Give us your comments on LinkedIn Live. Jake Melton in the house. No. Tell us, Foster, what's it about?
Who? Yeah, no.
Not at all.
Jake
We
Melton
know.
in the house. No. Tell us, Foster, what's it about?
Well, it is all about the community.
It's always.
It's always a hoot, right?
All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. Because who you know is important, but you're supposed to jump in here with me, Jill. Who you know will make all the difference in the job search. We are in the job search, you guys. There are quite a few job seekers that are listening to us, so I guess we better be careful about what we say. So before we start to show off, we always started off the right way with prayer. If you guys will bow with me real quick. Father God, we are here to hear about how we can get a job, to meet the right people, whoever it is that you put in our path along the way to get the right job, the one that you have from us, that you have for us this time, instead of us getting scared just taking something. So we thank you in the name of Jesus, and here we go. Thank you. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So we got Jill Johnson with us this morning.
Hello, everyone.
Wait a minute. Did
It's
I say
afternoon,
morning?
Foster. Come on.
I got to get up. I run too
Time
many
to wake
groups
up.
in the morning. I know. So, hey, Jill. Jill, tell us Jill's a job seeker, you guys. So tell us what you're really looking for. We've done a lot of things in our career, but, what are you looking for?
Well, thank you, Foster. So, yes, I am a job seeker, and my name is Jill Johnson, and I'm currently looking for a position where I would love to be with a purpose-based organization and or a company or organization that truly gives back to the communities in which they serve.
Right.
And for me, I've had so many great opportunities to work with great leaders and lead great teams over time. And for me, my passion and my heart is all about training and building and maximizing relationships,
totally see you in that
and
vertical.
having that opportunity to really develop my team and relationships with my clients and our customers and my teams, both internally and externally. So ultimately, that's what I'm looking to do, Foster.
Good.
I want to be part of a great organization where I can't say it will be my last, but I hope that I will be
It
there
won't
for a
be your
long
last.
time, where I know that what I do makes a difference to the people I serve immediately here in front of me and beyond.
The people in front of you. You got to get, guys, in the job search, you got to get out. It's important that you get out and mix with people. If God works through people, then where y'all need to be.
Absolutely.
There's enough. Guys like to say that I've created it, but God used my big mouth to create this big old network that we call the Career Search Network. So, guys, our job, me and Jill, our job today in the beginning of this radio show is to let you guys know what that is and what it looks like. Okay? And before we start digging into all of that, there's a couple of major landings from people in the network that Mark is not here with the sound effects. That's Jill over there with the drum roll. Cita's got a drum roll over there.
All right. Who do we got, Mr. Foster?
So, first and foremost, I want to mention our friend Lori Brown. Lori is an integral. You hear that, Lori? You're an integral part of our HR focus group. In this network, there are general networking groups, and then there are special interest groups. If you are a trainer, if you're in HR, if you are a recruiter like me, if you are a lawyer, if you're any of those things, that particular group services that area. You might be in learning and development. You might end up in learning and development, Jill, with that personality that you got.
I would love it. Let's go.
Yeah. So, we're here to make relationships. You guys knew I was going to say that, didn't you? We're here to make relationships along the way that can help us with these new ideas. We may not do the same thing that we've been doing. Jill may not do the same thing that she did when she was with Lennox. She has found some new stuff, some new gifts.
I have.
All of that kind of stuff along the way. So you make those relationships that can help you get there.
I'm blessed. That's
People
for sure.
still hire us. I know we got all this technology and stuff, but people still hire us.
Absolutely.
So if people are hiring us, then we need to get to know the people. We got people here with us today.
We're here in the building.
We're going to be talking to, guys, the most part of this show, we're going to be talking to KidZania. Now, I'm excited about KidZania because KidZania is in, y'all correct me, 27 locations in 21 countries, and decided that, you know what, maybe we ought to go to the United States. I'm used to it being the other way around, you know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So something's been established somewhere, and it's worked, and it's wonderful. And now moving into the United States, guess who they chose? Guess what city they chose to be their national headquarters for the United States? What you think?
Frisco, Texas.
Frisco? Where is Frisco?
Right here, sir.
You know, about 15 years ago, nobody even knew where Frisco existed. Now Frisco, we got all this stuff out here. Traffic.
Fields are gone.
Now we got KidZania. We're going to be finding out from these guys today what KidZania is and why should I be excited about KidZania being in my community. Maybe I want to go to work for KidZania. I don't know. So we're going to talk to folks about. My dad used to say, if you want to know how to do something, go hang out with the people that did it. So
Absolutely.
that's what we're going to be doing today, guys. So Lori Brown landed a job, and she landed at Pier 1 Imports. Some of you guys are familiar. Dina is off screen. You guys can't see Dina. I bet you she's got stuff at her house from Pier 1 Imports. Just a guess. Then we got Dan Chase. He landed a CFO position down for a, you know, those, have you guys seen those big Winnebagos? You seen those big, what do they call those things? RVs.
RVs?
They got $1.5 million RVs that people travel around the country. Well, one of the companies that builds and services and sells those RVs is down in San Antonio, and Dan is going to be their CFO.
Awesome. Way to go,
You hear that, Dan? You hear that, Mr. Beeman? So, anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about this network. Now, I told you guys that we have the general networking groups, and here's what they look like, guys. There is a Fort Worth Career Search Network that meets every Monday morning. There is a South Lake Focus Group that most people know about. This is this network that we are sharing with you guys every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Oh, it's already after 3, isn't it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we have Frisco Connect.
Indeed.
Yay. That's where I met Dina. I met Dina.
That's where I met Dina.
Almost a year ago. I've been knowing Dina longer than you have.
Yeah, mine was a week.
Oh, man. So, Frisco Connect meets every first and third Tuesday, you guys, at 9 o'clock in the morning at Stonebriar Community Church. So come out and visit with us. And what we do at these networking groups is meet people. Some are special interest kind of people, you know, to help you with components of your job search. They might help you with your resume. They might work for a company that's looking to hire folks. Imagine that.
But here's what I'm going to interject, Foster.
Interject. I've been waiting for you to do that.
One of the things that I have learned personally is I've been going to Frisco Connect now for a while. And after about the third time I was there, I kind of sat back and said, all right, I know this. I've heard that. And I kind of got bored, not going to lie. And then I sat back and said, okay, I own this. I need to embrace it. I'm only going to get out of this what I put into it.
That's right.
So I made a bunch of notes while people were talking and doing our thing and doing their thing. And as I'm walking up to talk to Foster, literally with 3 pages front and back of notes that I had not that anything was going wrong, but just ideas that we could throw out there, ways to involve the group a little bit differently and get some dialogue going with those of us that were sitting in the audience and just listening and taking it in, right? I learned by participation. I learned by doing.
Participation.
And I can't be the only one in the room between 80 and 150 people that is the only person that learns that way. So I walk up and he's talking to this amazing woman named Ebony. Hey, Ebony.
Hey, Ebony Lucas.
Woo! And literally her conversation was the first 2 pages of my notes with Foster. So I chimed right in, and she and I just had this great conversation with Foster, led into great conversation and planning for later on. And at the end of the day, it's about participating, right?
That's right. That's
and
what it is.
sharing the things that are working for us. And one of the things that I had an opportunity to share last week was something that I learned from a workshop that I attended with Mark and Trevor. Hello.
Hey, Mark and Trevor. I hope you guys are. I know you guys are busy.
In Seattle.
They're in
Hello.
Seattle.
But truly, that I learned from the networking show with Mark and Trevor, and that's on Mondays at Cowboys World Headquarters.
Yeah.
And just amazing opportunity. And I've been in the market, and I've not my first rodeo, right?
Right.
As far as working, and had some, like I shared, really good opportunities. What am I going to learn? Well, you don't know unless you put yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I learned and really embraced is called Bomb Bomb. So
Yeah, Trevor's teaching everybody about Bomb Bomb.
he does.
It is a platform to help you guys make video presentations. You guys, you might want to approach a company and an idea that you have. Maybe after an interview, maybe it's, how did you use it? I'm shut up. I talked to you.
Hey, Foster.
Hey, dude.
Not that I wanted you to be quiet or shut up or anything, but just so you know that
Mark
your
is
boss
talking
is on
out
the
of
phone.
My boss is on the phone. Good. Which one? I got two.
What's going on, Foster?
Hey.
Hey, Mr. Mark. Where's Mr. Trevor?
How y'all doing? This is Trevor Houston calling in from Seattle. How are you?
Trevor.
Trevor.
We got you. Can you guys see that sign over there that Jill just made?
Well, she got a bomb sign?
No,
did-
it's
on-
thank
on
you,
my-
Mark and Trevor.
It says thank you, Mark and Trevor, on my Claris new board that
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
Claris
last
gave-
week
yeah.
at the Frisco Connect CityWorks career search.
Career search at
I'm
CityWorks.
not saying
Career search at City. We usually hear Trevor say that, not
I
me.
know.
So you guys there?
Awesome.
Did we lose you?
What's that?
I was wondering if we lost you. You know how technology is.
Hey, you guys have a great show today. We just wanted to call in from Seattle and tell you how much we love you guys. And, sorry we couldn't be there in person.
Well, we've seen you guys on LinkedIn, so hopefully a lot of our listeners have seen you guys on LinkedIn already.
Absolutely. Guys, y'all have a blessed one, and we'll see you when we get home.
Absolutely. You guys get back as quick as you can because I'm in the studio by myself. Not really.
Hey, now. Safe travels home, guys. Safe travels.
Yeah, safe travels, you guys.
No pressure, Foster. No pressure.
No, none at all. I'm not. Look at my hand. I'm steady as a rock, Jack.
Shaking a little
Look
bit.
at that.
Y'all take it easy.
All
Bye-bye.
right.
Talk to you later.
Y'all,
now.
thanks for calling in. We were just talking about you guys anyway, so it was perfect timing.
It was perfect
It
timing.
was.
So I
Bye.
teach Bomb Bomb in a couple different capacities.
Bomb, Trevor.
Bomb Bomb. Rehumanizing your business.
That's right.
Chapter
That book
9.
right there.
This book right here, Chapter 9.
Mm-hmm.
In a couple ways that I've used it is as I'm connecting with people on LinkedIn.
Right.
Maybe it's a new connection or they've introduced me to someone. I'll do a really quick, put their name on my little wipe dry erase board here.
Yeah.
And it'll say thank you and their name. I'll do a quick little personalized video because I want whomever I'm connecting with to know who I am, not just my voice, not just my face, and not just my resume, but I'm a complete package, and I think that's
She's only 5 foot tall, but she is a complete face.
5'2" today in heels.
Are you
Foster.
5'2"?
Today I'm 5'2".
I'm scared of you.
No, don't be scared of me. So it's been awesome. It's a great way to really and truly humanize the job search. My resume, not as often, doesn't go into the black hole when I know I can actually hand it to someone and give them that personal connection, that personal face and the voice, thanking them for their time, which I truly mean. The other part that I've used it on is when I've had interviews, whether it's a phone interview, which is great because they don't know what I look like and they only know what I sound like. So it's been a
That's
great
true.
opportunity. I personalize it, no longer than a minute, and let them know I sincerely appreciate their time and understanding and learning about the company and what's next, and as well as after face-to-face interviews. And for the first time, I've actually gotten thank yous for my thank you. A lot of times we'll send an email or we'll send a little note card in the mail. I've never gotten a thank you before. And all of a sudden, I'm getting thank yous like, wow, Jill, thank you so much. It's innovative. It's exciting. It also shows that I'm not afraid of technology.
So you sent them a video thank you note, huh?
I did.
Okay. So thank yous for the thank you, huh?
Thank yous for the thank you.
Oh, man. New ideas, new technology. Keep going. I cut you off. I'm just adding my thoughts here.
It's all good, as it should be. But truly, I think that's one of the things that has been one of the strongholds for me.
Yeah.
And really kicking my career search into the next level and knowing that I'm going to land with that next amazing company where I truly fit. And I can't wait to be part of their team.
And you can convince them of that. And you know what? if you thought about something that you didn't say in that interview, maybe now succinctly, guys, we don't want to make a book on the video either, but
No longer than a minute.
You can you can tell them something that you forgot to tell them in the interview.
Or, and on that note, if I answered something and I don't know that I truly got my point across, it's a great time to say, oh, and by the way, when you asked me this question, this is what my answer is, and just let it flow. Let it just be easy and casual, but be who you are. And
so you met Mark and Trevor at Frisco Connect, huh?
I did.
Okay.
And then that's where I learned about their workshop.
So if you hadn't gotten out to Frisco Connect, you might not have met Trevor and Mark and learned about this wonderful technology that you use to get some attention, huh?
Absolutely. And I certainly wouldn't be here with you today, sir.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. So we've got other meetings, too, that we at the Career Search Network that I want to talk about are the special interest groups. Guys, we have, if you're in HR, if you're in IT, if you're in engineering, maybe you are a project manager. Maybe you're a business analyst. Maybe you are in supply chain and logistics. There are specialty groups. They're not as big as the general networking groups that you can focus in. It's kind of a fine tuning of your network. Who are you meeting? Do they even know what you're talking about? When you get an IT guy and he comes to HR, which it happens. Jim, are you listening to me out there? You talk about stuff and we're like, okay. Then you have to teach us what you're talking about. So if we hang out with the folks that look like us, act like us, go to work, same place we do sometimes, we can communicate with each other.
But the key is you have to do something, right?
You got to do something.
In everything we do in life, it's about taking action. So if you don't, number one, know who you are and what you're about. Number two, be confident about what you're looking for and what you have to bring to the table to people that are hiring and or even better, people that aren't hiring that are so excited to have you in a position that they haven't created yet because they haven't met you. But they will only know that. You'll only have that opportunity if you actually put yourself out there and you take action. And you own who you are and you follow your heart to do what you love to do.
There you go. So there are people in this studio with us right now.
There are?
Yeah.
There are.
That represent a company called KidZania. You guys heard me talk about this in the very beginning of this radio show. You guys heard me talk about Mike, Cita, and Callan. That's who we got. Wait a minute. No, you didn't, because I didn't say their names.
You did not yet.
So,
introduce us.
Okay. So let me see if I get this right. Mike, what's your job with KidZania?
So I am the mayor of KidZania.
Yeah, I like that when you told me that. Yeah,
the mayor.
Explain that a little bit.
So most businesses have a general manager who runs the shop, right? So being that KidZania is an indoor city for kids, it follows in line and runs in line with that lingo, right? So there's a mayor. We have assistant deputy mayors instead of assistant general managers, right? So it follows the form of a city.
It follows the form of the city. We're going to talk about how that all works here in a minute, but we're going to talk to Cita. Cita, what? You're in HR. Do you work with that lady over there that's off the screen?
Off screen.
Yes, the one that's sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
Dina?
Dina Gervitz, really?
She's blushing.
Yes, it's okay. Yes, so like Mike is the mayor. I am in charge of people services.
Okay.
So I'm in charge of the people.
Right. So you're the main person that we want to get to know in this company because we want to come to work for KidZania, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then I've got Callan here next to me. Okay. So Callan is, y'all see Callan right there? That's her. And Callan, tell me what your function is there.
So I am communications and outreach liaison at the corporate office.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Getting the word out there.
Have you been down to Mexico City to the home office?
I have, yes.
Okay.
Amazing. Whenever you can actually see KidZania, the city, see it in real life and see these kids interacting with these different professions and, I mean, the expressions on their face, they're all so happy and, learning about themselves, learning about others, how to communicate, collaborate. It's really just inspiring and, brings chills to your body because it's awesome.
You guys got a unique place in society here. So, y'all, tell me, all of you guys, tell me what's KidZania? What does it mean to you guys? I mean, why are y'all at KidZania? What is KidZania?
So KidZania is a dynamic, real life, 80,000 square foot indoor city for kids, right? Where kids can experience what it's like to be an adult. So there's hundreds of jobs that you can have at KidZania. Doctor, policeman, fireman, just to name a few, right? So once kids kind of choose the profession that they want to be in, they go get the experience. It's about 20 minutes. They learn the activity, they learn the experience, they learn the why, the who, the what as it relates to the career, and then they get paid in our currency, which is called KidZos.
Oh, yeah, KidZos.
KidZos. It's all about the KidZos.
Hey, it is.
And do I get to go home with anything?
It is.
Especially if you're 4 to 14 years of age, huh? Is that the
Absolutely.
magic?
That is the magic number, 4
That's
14.
where it happens.
So they can take their KidZos, they can open a bank account and save them. They could spend them in the store and buy something. They could even invest it, come back a month later, and see how their money's grown and learn how interest works and investment works.
KidZos.
Yeah, KidZos are important.
They even have to pay taxes, KidZania taxes.
They do have to
They
pay
do. They
taxes.
got to pay taxes.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
yes.
Oh, they're going to learn what mom and dad, a little bit about what mom and dad are fussing about when they come home sometimes.
Yes.
So they'll learn who that FICO guy is.
Oh, my
This
God.
is real
That
life,
dude.
real life, hands-on role playing.
Wow.
They will learn.
They learn social skills, cognitive skills, team building skills, financial literacy. I mean, all the different components that are important as you grow up.
The most important thing is that it's fun, but it's educational first,
Yeah.
and then it's entertainment second. So it's fun, and sometimes they don't realize that they're learning the things that mom and dad has to do every day.
Yeah. Do they stress out in the team meeting and stuff like we do?
I don't think they'll get to that part yet.
Yeah.
They'll be having too much fun.
They got a unique way of handling things that maybe we should learn from corporate America. My goodness. So now you guys have decided to move to Frisco. You are here sometime in November. The park is going to open. So tell us what you guys are doing. Why are you visiting with us today? What do we want the community to know? What's going on?
Well, you have mentioned that we will be here soon in Stonebriar Mall. We're located near Dillard's.
First floor, right?
First floor.
Okay.
Right now, we're looking to hire 300 part-time team members to help us open this amazing location. So everyone come see us or come visit it online at KidZania, www.kidzaniausa.com, just to learn more information about us. We want everyone to know about KidZania. It's definitely going to be an amazing place, not only for kids, but I think just for the community. So.
It will be. It already is. We're trying to get everybody hyped up, about KidZania. So you guys shared with me why. Was anybody want to volunteer themselves as to what excited you about going to work for KidZania and how it has worked since you've been there?
I can start.
Go for it.
I've been
Calendar Communications, you guys.
So I've been with KidZania for about 2 years now, and I started as executive coordinator. And so I was the 6th employee, very small team. And so within the last 2 years, I've been promoted to this communications and outreach, but I've also seen the tremendous growth of the company, and we're building this team of amazing people.
Okay.
So it's a very, very unique concept, but unique opportunity for anyone who joins the team. And that's what initially excited me about it. It was like, oh my goodness, this is awesome and exciting. And, ground floor, you really are able to roll your sleeves up, get to work, and really put your stamp on things. And then, I just think that once I learned more about the concept and KidZania as a whole and learned about our culture as a company, I fell in love. It was game over. It's like, yes.
You're in there.
I want in. Yes.
Yeah.
So
if
Who
you
can? Yeah. Go. I'm sorry. I'm all excited about KidZania. You go, Jill. Jill's smarter than I am anyway. Go, Jill.
So if you could define the culture, what is the culture? What's the differentiator between KidZania and, say, Dave & Buster's?
Well, I'm not familiarized with Dave & Buster's culture, but for KidZania, we're all about let love rule. So let's do everything with love, whether, and it's in the office, out of the office, professional life, personal life, really just embody love and, love everyone. And so that, and I try and live that in my everyday life. So it really resonated with me. And Mike can really speak to our culture because he.
Yeah, thank you, Callan. So we have what we call the 3 Ps, right? We have our purpose, our passion, and our principles. And it's not just a bunch of words on paper, right? Because we've all seen that and experienced that at different employers in the past, right?
Right.
but we truly do it differently. And we have to truly do it better than the competitor, right? Because so for me, what makes this different, and because I'm an old family entertainment center guy. I've been in the business for 20 years.
There's nothing looks old about Mike.
Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I got some hair on top still. I'm all right. So, big box venues, 40,000, 50,000, 6,000, 8,000 square feet. They push a lot of alcohol. Nothing really good happens at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And so, I know what that life is like.
I have
you know
no
what
idea
I mean?
what you're talking about.
I know what that life is like. And when I flew down to Mexico to central government, right, which is headquarters in Mexico, CG, to see the first KidZania, I walked in, I got the feel, I got the vibe. It kind of lit me up inside, right? I never had kids, so it's kind of my opportunity to give back.
Yeah, you got a bunch
of a way
of them
that
now.
just I know I'm doing something right and doing something positive, right?
Yeah,
So
fantastic.
that's right. That's right.
Calvin, who goes to KidZania? How does this work?
So at KidZania, we are open to the public, so families, kids between the ages of 4 to 14, but we do have a toddlers area, so the younger kiddos can go and free play, play with books, blocks, you name it. So kids ages 4 to 14 will be a very big field trip provider. So field trips, we'll have birthday parties, camps, corporate events, so really all across the map.
I'm smelling that, a lot of large corporations, a lot of them IBMs and all those guys that I work for should probably send representatives to go and see how you guys do things. Maybe, of course, I've been in HR, right? I've been in talent acquisition. Maybe we could learn something about our culture building. Okay, I'm going to shut up about that. Okay, Jill, you are a job seeker yourself. What are some of the questions you have about KidZania?
Well, I guess let's start first and foremost. You shared that you are currently looking for part-time team members, right?
Yes.
Do you call them team members, employees? What do you call your...
Supervisors with a Z.
Supervisors.
Oh, man.
KidZania.
Yes, supervisors.
Supervisors and the money and
Awesome.
KidZania, we have our own currency, our own language. So anytime we can use our K's and Z's, we will use them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what positions are you currently hiring for besides supervisors, I assume?
So all of our part-time team members are considered supervisors, but they will work in different areas of KidZania, of the city. So we're hiring for food and beverage, activity facilitators, retail merchandising, janitorial, maintenance, security, everything that it takes to run a city, we need also in KidZania. So if anyone is over the age of 18 and they love working with children and they want to make a difference, come see us. We're right across from Foot Locker, first floor near Dillard's. So just come drop in. First floor.
I like you notice I said that twice.
Floor.
People my age, y'all, first floor. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone come see us. Come check us out. We're there Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6. All of our team is there, and we love to just talk to people about KidZania. And like anyone that's interested, you can be hired on the spot.
So I can just walk in.
You can just walk in.
Without an appointment.
No appointment necessary.
Without you having to look at my resume.
Not at all.
Do I need to bring a resume?
You can bring a resume if you want. And I always tell everyone that comes in the door that your resume, we all know we all have one, right? Because we all, learned how to do something. And at KidZania, we love that you know how to do something. We also want to know what your passion is. We love passion and creativity and things like that. Like, if you like to make balloons, I'm sure someone in KidZania would need to make balloons. So it's like, what do you like to do? Also, what do you know how to do? Foster.
So every position in the city. So, it's important to realize, KidZania really operates like a real city, right? Paved streets, buildings, businesses. We even have a thing called industry partners, right? Where we partner with the business like Texas Health, for example, right? And so Texas Health comes in, they own the hospital in KidZania. In the hospital, there's 4 or 5 different jobs, right? You can, work in the nursery. You can perform an operation. You can x-ray tech. So there's a lot of different avenues and venues and places that you can go within KidZania. 53 establishments, over 100 jobs. And what we're really looking for is we're looking for those facilitators who can deliver that experience. So I'll give you an example. So we have a firehouse in KidZania, right?
Oh, yeah? Oh, man.
Firehouse.
I'm excited already, but I'm too old.
Well, it's one of the most
Those
popular
firehouses are
activities.
We'll do adult nights.
Oh, man.
Adult nights.
Can I be the chief?
You can be a kid for a day.
I mean, whatever you
I'm a
wanna
kid every day. You and I even know somebody in common. So.
So the kids say, okay, I want to be a fireman, right? So they go to the firehouse, they get trained on fire safety, they learn about stop, drop, and roll, how to prevent fires.
Stop, drop, and
That's
roll.
it.
Yes, sir.
Right? All the important pieces. They learn, why the firemen and the firewomen wear the right uniform and why they wear the hats. And then all of a sudden the fire alarm goes off. They board a real fire truck. That fire truck drives them to the other side of the 80,000 square foot facility where there is a match factory in flames.
Hold on. You have a fire truck at KidZania.
There is a fire truck
that
at KidZania.
will roll.
Yes.
Can I drive it?
Yes.
Is it? No, it's probably downsized,
Kids
isn't
can
it?
drive it. A little bit,
Is it a little bit?
It's designed, it's designed for children, right? So it's a real fire
made
truck.
by
They get into
Volkswagen.
it, brought it in with the right
Because I'm
size.
5 feet tall, it'll work for me.
Yes.
It'll
It may
work for you.
Jill.
Hey, I'm
tried
5'8"
it
in the right shoes, so
Jill,
I
I
get
think
it.
we can make it work. We're about the same height, and I totally was on the fire truck when I was in Mexico.
I love it.
We've got some wonderful some people that are chimed in. I apologize, you guys. Joel Fry, I see you, and Zohar Wolf says, "Can I be the sheriff?" So we're already talking about the adult side of this thing. I think some of us adults are going to be more excited than the kids about this thing.
So, Foster, just real quick, I'm going to loop back just a little bit from an employee standpoint, right? So, whether I am a 18-year-old and older, college student prospectively, and or I'm a parent. I'm not, but hypothetically, right?
Hypothetically.
One day.
Can you, there you go, your lips to God's ears. Can you work with my schedule? So if I'm a parent that works from, 8 to noon, helping out volunteering at my kids' school, but I want to be home when they get home, can you work with me? Do I have to work a certain amount of hours? Can I just work evenings, or can I just work while my kids are in school? We work around my football schedule if I'm a football cheerleader or a football player.
Hook 'em home.
Are you flexible?
Listen.
Go, Pack, go. Are you
No,
flexible?
both of you guys. Yes. The answer to your question, Jill, is that is one of the amazing things about KidZania is that we will work with your schedule. I mean, we also will pay you weekly on Fridays, so that's also another
You're gonna
plus.
Oh,
We're gonna
Pay you.
what's that money again? Tell me the name of that money again.
KidZos. We're not gonna pay you in KidZos. We'll
Okay.
pay you in
Oh.
foreign currency, which is U.S. dollars.
Hey.
Is there any power left to U.S. dollar?
That's
Foreign
it.
to
We don't want to go there.
There are 27 locations in 21 countries. I had to ask that question.
So yes, we definitely welcome everyone that wants, like I said, just wants to actually be a part of the KidZania family.
Right.
So we will work with your schedule, and we welcome everyone. Like I said, it takes everyone to run a city. So
Right.
kids want our help to run their city. So that's what we're here for. And
Do I have to
This
work
is
nights and weekends?
well, no, you have to actually tell us when you're available, and we'll work with your availability. So if you can work Monday, Wednesday, Friday night after class, then let us know that's what you need. and
Ooh.
we'll work with your availability.
We're
Some
all about
jobs
the
are on
people.
call. Some of the kids on call.
Well, and I think these are important questions because we have so many people that are hopefully
Yes.
listening anyways that number one are trying to understand who, what, when, and where, and why is KidZania, right? And then how do we get to be part of it? So taking it from a job seeker standpoint, whether I'm looking for part-time or full-time, those are things that are important. And, what about if I'm hired on as a
Supervisor.
Sorry.
Oh, I like that.
Supervisor.
I wanted to say zookeeper, and I knew that was wrong.
That'd be kind of fun
It
too.
would be kind of fun. Do you have
With
a zoo?
our personality.
Do we
We
have
do not have a zoo.
Oh,
We have a
man.
vet clinic.
we have a
vet clinic.
No zoo.
Fantastic. So I'm a
Uh-huh.
supervisor, and do you have full-time opportunities, or is it just part-time at this moment? And if it is full-time, do you offer benefits? And what? Again, I'm trying to help me as a job seeker of any level understand why I want to work for you.
Okay, actually, yes. Right now, we're actually focusing on our part-time supervisors. So that's what we're
Perfect.
hiring
Excellent.
for. I mean, everyone can always check our website again, www.kidzaniausa.com for any
Nice.
future opportunities. We're looking. We'll open here in the fall, so we're looking to have an amazing open, and I'm sure it's going to blow out of the water. And everyone should just keep checking back with us to see how it's going.
Yeah, we have a number, or this was my fault. I have invited a number of community organizations to listen in today. Okay. These community organizations are going to be the people that will be coming in interviewing and interested in some of the jobs that you guys have when you to open and start that park. So, do you guys hear what we're talking about? Let's just look and see who's listening. Don Mason says, I'm open all the time. Good. Don, did that job in China work out for you? Are you still on the hook for that? In the meantime, you can work KidZania, man.
Yes.
Okay, good. Go. I just started talking. I thought about all the folks that are listening.
I just want to know if anybody else was listening.
Yep,
You know,
Joel Fry said hook 'em horns.
I just encourage everyone to really check. Like, there are a lot of videos out there if you kind of want to have an idea how KidZania works. And I mean, we've talked about as an adult, I literally walked in and was like, this is the best place ever as an adult. So I can only imagine, once the kids are able to get into the park, that they're going to have that same experience, because it truly is an experience.
So people, some of the professional people that are looking for full-time jobs and things like that, as you guys build, are you anticipating there being more opportunities for different types of skill sets, if you will?
Absolutely. As we grow as a brand and as a company through the United States, we will need all different kinds of talent as we, as we develop. So
and
for
in
sure,
different locations. So
Yeah.
Frisco, Texas is our first U.S.
Yeah, there'll be many
headquarters,
more. Yeah.
But our second will be near Chicago in Oak Brook. We'll be opening next year. New York, right outside New York, in the New Jersey Meadowlands, and then one in LA, and many more to come.
Mitzi Swan, are you guys listening up there?
Yes.
And with the corporate office for the U.S. being here in Frisco, what is the best opportunity for people like me that are looking for next level leadership opportunities to be part?
I think, just as Cita touched on, is visiting our website. We also post those opportunities on our website, and LinkedIn is a big kind of place where we put all of our corporate jobs, which is you can follow us on all social media at KidZania USA.
Fantastic.
Joel Fry said, I have already reached out to my 20-year-old and her fiance to apply. It sounds like a great opportunity for them, and a place that they'd love to get their feet in there and get started and find out what's going on.
Tell them to come check us out.
Thank you, Joel.
Yes.
So is there an ideal candidate? If you had to say there were the top 3 to 5 things that you're looking for in your supervisor team.
Okay.
Very proud of myself. I got that.
I'm proud of you, Jill.
I also wrote it down. But what are the top 3 to 5 qualities and or attributes that, for everybody listening out there that has somebody that they know that's looking for a part-time job, or you are a professional organization trying to help other people get their foot back in the game, or get your foot in the door, and you just need to start somewhere? Why, number one, would we want to start with you, and what are you looking for? Top 3 to 5 attributes.
Well, I would definitely say, we keep going back to, it's KidZania, the city for children. So your number one passion has to be that you want to work with children and make their lives better. One thing that we all know, and why we're so excited about KidZania, is that we know that we're going to make a difference in not only in this community, but like Callan said, as we roll out to many different locations. So you have to have that passion in you naturally.
Absolutely.
And I would say, secondly, is just you have to be able to be a team player. You're working with kids who are precious gifts, so you have to be able to be sensitive and patient. You're going to have everyone in the park, and we want to make sure everyone gets that experience. So patience is key. And also, I think the culture is important. We keep kind of circling back to that. The culture that we've built, we are very proud of that. We're very proud to be in the Frisco area. So we want people that also believe in culture being, as something that's important to them as well, are able to fit into our culture that we want to build and create and continue.
So say I'm a college student, I am a sophomore in college, and I have to do an internship next summer and or a semester internship. Are there international opportunities for things like internships and or working in other countries?
Well, we have right now, as we were focusing on the Frisco location. So that's something that we may revisit later on as we move towards opening several more locations. But like I said, right now we're just all geared up, all excited about getting Frisco open.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you got to get started somewhere. I'm glad you guys chose Frisco to get started here. It's a good, I'd like to say, central location. We're not, I mean, when you're looking at us geographically, we're in the South, but a lot of things are launched right here in Dallas-Fort Worth. So why don't we just launch this stuff right here, and this will be national headquarters for USA, right?
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are there, guys, is it programs? Is there slots of time, those kind of things? that children get involved? Maybe you guys call it. I'm sure you guys got a name for the different offerings.
So when a kid comes into KidZania,
Right.
they're fully autonomous, right? So they can explore the city any way they want. So let's say they go into, and I'll just use the hospital as an example. If they go into the hospital, they might find an activity in the hospital that's surgery, right? And it could be, let's say, heart surgery, right? But before they perform heart surgery, they have to go to the university and get a degree.
Nice.
Right? So they go to the university, they get a degree, they come back, they do heart surgery. The next time they come through KidZania, they might perform knee surgery. So the scripts, so to speak, that the facilitators deliver to the children, they constantly change. They run in line with the TEKS, in line with the curriculum of the state, so that if you're a fourth grader and you come to KidZania, you are getting exposed to what you're learning in the classroom. Thus, when you become a fifth grader, you can come to KidZania, and it's a completely different experience now contoured to you and what you're learning again in the classroom. So it's never the same experience twice. It always changes. Possibilities really are endless, and we will make sure that content stays fresh, educational, and in line with what's necessary to educate these children.
Yeah. So is that the only profession that they got to go to college to get a degree for?
That's not the only one.
Yeah.
That's not the only one.
They go to University of Texas. I understand.
Not the University of Texas. They go to
Which
other
one?
universities.
They go to other
I'm
universities.
gonna put you on blast, Foster.
You guys got universities named and stuff inside.
We do.
So the university that we've partnered with for the university in KidZania is SMU, which we're really excited
Hey,
about.
Pony Express, pony up, y'all.
We've got a couple of great food partners too. We've got
Man,
Pie
you got a
Five,
barbecue place.
Pie Five, Pizza,
Pie
and
Five
Mooya
is
Burgers.
kicking. Mooya?
Mooya. So it's twofold, right? So let's take Pie Five.
Uh-huh.
So Pie Five will be a standard point of sale where you can come get an amazing Pie Five pizza, just like the kind you can get out here in the real world, right? On the other side of it, there's an activity. So the children go in, they get a little dough, they learn why dough rises, how to wash their hands, how to make the food, and they actually make a pizza. We pass it through a window, through the oven, put it in a small box, give it back to them, and they can eat what they made, right? So
Very cool.
very, very cool.
Do you guys have maybe a place on a website or something where a lot of the parents are praising you and praising KidZania for teaching their kids different things that they might be bringing home and saying, "Hey, Mom, you got to wash your hands before you feed me."
Maybe we should create a spot.
Yeah, not yet.
I'm getting idea. I'm a kid at heart, so I'm getting ideas over
Foster,
here.
I think I'm going to take the pizza making class myself.
You gonna take the pizza making?
Yes, I need to take a few classes.
I can come in and teach barbecue.
Oh, here we go with barbecue, y'all.
You guys knew I was going to say that.
Lots of barbecue.
Let me see
Talk
what
about
some of our
passion.
listeners are saying. Tell Jill that KidZania looks like the next new big thing. Would be very interesting in seeing you working there. It goes
I
with
love
your
it.
personality. Absolutely. Now this is cool to learn about the inner workings of this thing. It's a good idea. So we're learning about the inner workings of this thing. Now, do you guys have any well, I guess follow up with some of the kids that came in? Because when they get 15 and 16 and they start talking like this, some of the guys, and are there any follow-ups to what's happening with some of these kids? Callan, that looks like a Callan question.
This is my interest is piqued on this sort of thing because we will definitely be conducting research throughout the experiences that these children have during and then also following up later on down the line, because we really want to see the impact that KidZania is having on these kids wholeheartedly all around.
That'd be really cool.
Yes.
Metrics to see. I hate that word
Absolutely.
metrics,
Yeah.
but that'd be real cool metrics to keep up with.
There's been really interesting research that has come out of some of the other locations, like London, for example. They did some research on kind of the difference between gender stereotypes and when children kind of form those gender biases. So by the age of 4 is whenever through KidZania research they've kind of I guess found out or found out that girls are less likely to choose some of the harder jobs. Like they'll choose, like in the plane, they'll choose the cabin crew, and then the boys always choose above so they always choose pilot. They never go to the beauty salon, things like that, which is very interesting. So and it's interesting to compare between different locations, different countries. different.
Yeah, now that would be really neat.
Yes, it's fascinating.
And do you guys have anything that encourages them trying something they wouldn't normally try? So
absolutely.
If I'm a little girl age 5, I want to try and be a pilot, but I don't know I want to be a pilot.
And how we are able to do some of those things is we put a girl or woman supervisor in the pilot kind of seat. So a woman will be kind of facilitating that activity, and it's cool to see how, children will be more likely to go. A girl will be more likely to go because she sees a woman in there.
Yeah,
and she thinks I can do it.
Well, and it's leadership, right?
Yes,
so I would envision that the end goal is we're teaching our kids, and these amazing kids as they're growing up. Number one, they don't know they're amazing yet.
Yes,
so
that's right.
How fun is it to be able to embrace that, right? And no, I would envision that the long-term impact is they end up being great adults.
That's correct. And to Callan's point, I mean, we have kids who, and we see this in other locations in other countries. If dad's a mechanic, right, then the first thing they do is they go, I want to be a mechanic, right?
Yeah,
because kids want to do what they're familiar with.
Yeah.
And KidZania sort of breaks that mold, right? Because kids go, hey, I want to be a doctor. There's not a doctor in my family. I don't know what that looks like, but I'm going to try it because I can today.
Yeah.
And it kind of opens doors for that child that would not have been opened otherwise.
That's
I love that we
awesome.
have we have other things outside of, sometimes when you ask the small or child, what do you want to be? It's doctor, lawyer, engineer. It's like those kind of it's a standard answer.
Standard stuff.
That people know, people give, but just being in KidZania, because KidZania takes every role to operate, you really get to be exposed to different things that, yes, you have to have a courier that's in a city. So, I mean, this opens up your mind, because I always think like, what would I, had I been exposed to KidZania at age 7, just the thought process of what I could do. So I can only imagine like who will impact through having KidZania in the United States.
Well, and I even think that as a supervisor, it would also open my eyes.
You're focused on this supervisor.
I'm like, I'm getting it.
Yes.
But it would open my eyes to maybe look at my future differently, right?
Yes, I definitely agree. I mean, as a supervisor, you're going to be, really hands-on. You're working with the children in the activities. So you're also gaining skills that you can transfer into the real world or into your career if you're, a student and you're wanting to be in education. This is really, it's a best of both worlds for both parties, for the kids and the supervisors.
Are there any careers that are there at KidZania that aren't the doctor, teacher, lawyer? What's the most creative or the most interesting? Maybe all of you guys could give us one or two that isn't the norm, that those that are listening today can have a little bit more of a glimpse of what you're going to bring to the community.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
You all can't take the one I'm thinking of.
That's why she wanted to go first. That's it.
I'll start.
Volunteering.
So, one of the unique and very creative establishments that we will have is a comic book studio. We've partnered with BIC on that.
I like it already.
Arts.
Marvel or DC?
Oh, that's up to the child to
Well, that's true.
to
That's
choose.
true.
Stop
So
putting words in.
that one
Girl,
is
I gotta put it on
they'll be able to create their own comic book, kind of make it however they want. So I'm excited about that one.
That's
It'll be fun.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
It is. I mean, one of our partners I'm really excited about is WFAA, right?
Yeah.
And they have the, I took your, sorry, girl. They have the television studio, right? So a kid can be an anchor, newscaster. I mean, it's really
a radio
cool.
broadcaster.
Radio
show?
broadcaster.
We
have that.
Spotify
right?
is our partner for that
Fantastic.
one.
Absolutely.
Spotify. You got to tie it in all kind of places.
Yeah.
All kinds of places.
I'm trying to tell you.
Gotta make the
Everything
city
you
run.
can think of, we have in KidZania probably.
Uh-huh.
So that's why everyone should come check us out. So you
Yeah,
can see-
absolutely. I think you guys are going to have
I
a
love
horde of
it.
people over there trying to check you out.
Oh, we will.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Did we cut you off, Mike, when me and Callan got doing our little thing over here? Did
No,
I'm
do your
excited.
thing. I'm good.
I'm like it. David Eames says recruiting and leading by example encourages the kids to try new things and learn new things. And I'm sure that these dynamics are happening in the cities. I'm sure you guys have been working there long enough. You guys have seen some of these places and you've been exposed and kind of wish, man, because, a kid my age, I'm like, they didn't have nothing like that when we were kids. I had Tonkas and stuff like that. And
Mine
we
was
didn't
yellow.
yeah. And I didn't have a city to play with it. I had to build my city.
I had a sandbox.
You had a sandbox? Your daddy built it for you?
Yes.
Did he? I had one too.
Absolutely.
Sure did. I'm excited about this whole opportunity. especially with you guys head office. Not all the decision, but the majority of the decision making will be done right here in Frisco.
That's it.
That's cool. Now again, down on the Stonebriar Mall, where do we go sign up? Where do we go and check out jobs and
For
apply?
you, first floor, and we thought about you when we did that.
Did you?
Foster? Yes.
Thank
first
you.
First floor near Dillard's, right across from Foot Locker. You cannot miss us because we're usually having fun in there.
Yes,
Yeah,
always.
making noise, huh?
Making noise.
That's right.
Very cool.
Yep,
Very cool.
And we'll be there until October 4th.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then we'll be moving up on the second level where KidZania will be. Yep.
Okay.
Moving up there, and then just
You won't
soon
miss
after
us.
that, we'll be opening our doors.
Absolutely. Now the doors. Where's the location of the park?
It's on the second level of
On
Stonebriar.
the second
Yep.
level. Okay.
So, and we'll actually knock down the doors. So whenever you walk by, you'll be able to see the airplane.
Yes.
That's
Oh man.
Oh, that
Out.
airplane.
An airplane.
Yes.
Oh,
There's an airplane already that's
Mike-
sticking out.
Mike
Yeah.
has to talk about the airplane.
so I'll walk you through that. So
Come on.
So-
I like to
the whole,
Captain
the whole,
Sully.
The whole idea, right, of KidZania is that you are arriving in a different place.
Uh-huh.
So you enter KidZania through an airport. Looks just like an airport terminal that we've all seen before. There's a giant 737 Boeing,
Yeah,
big fuselage
yeah,
up
right
top,
now, yeah.
right. And essentially what happens is kids go there, they get the boarding pass, they go to the ticket agent, they get their packet, it gives them a debit card, a bunch of KidZos, other things they need for the park, a map, then they go through security. And that is the same security that you go through at an airport, right? So security is something we obviously take very, very seriously. And they go through security, and now they enter this world of KidZania. And then when they leave through what we call immigration, right? Because they are now leaving KidZania.
Oh man, you got to
I
go through
like it.
immigration.
Where you got to go through immigration, and there's one way in and one way out.
Oh my God! Do some people get detained? Like I did, come from Mexico. That is cool.
Absolutely.
The airplane situation is. There's an airplane fuselage over there right now, isn't it?
There is. There is.
Yeah.
And that fuselage that you see up there is also our aviation activity
Mhm.
where you learn how to be a pilot.
Mhm.
They
And if
actually go
I'm-
into the fuselage.
And if I'm
Okay.
TSA pre-check, do I get to go through the express lane?
Yeah, we got to get down to the nitty gritty of this thing. You know,
Absolutely.
we got to have the full experience. This is really, really cool.
So you talked just a little bit about security and safety being important to you. As parents and or schools, do they just go all the way through?
Yeah, there you go.
As parents or schools and they're bringing kids in, are they invited to be part of this? Is it really just about the kids? And can I drop on my kids? And if I drop on my kids, hypothetically, how do I know
Yeah.
that I get my kid back?
Right. So that's a good thing to figure
That's
out,
a good-
right?
yeah.
You know, hypothetically again.
Hey,
hypothetically.
I get it. You know, so safety and security is the biggest thing that we do, right? That is one of our number one priorities, right? Because if we're not safe and we're not secure, forget about it, right? So our system is state of the art, right? So the kid has a wristband on and the parent or guardian has a wristband on. They're RFID electronically coded next to each other.
Oh.
And they're
Fantastic.
bonded. So if you have 4 children in the group, they're all bonded to each other and they're bonded to you, which means when you go through immigration to exit the facility, nobody leaves unless all the bracelets are unbonded together and the system links up,
Fantastic.
right? It is so secure that you can actually drop your child off as long as they're 8 years or older.
Okay.
You can actually drop your child off. You'll get a wristband. They'll get a wristband. Theirs will be internal in the facility. Yours will be external. When you come to pick up your child, we'll match your bracelet up to your child's bracelet, deactivate, and you pick your child up.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Oh man.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
I mean, there's not one blind spot in this thing.
Yeah.
Over 300 cameras in the facility, and all systems are state of the art.
Fantastic. That's awesome, you guys.
Now Ebony brings up a good point. We got Ebony.
Hey, Ebs.
Hey, Ebs. Ebony Lucas, you guys. Ebony landed a job, by the way. I'm excited about this. I feel like I want a tour.
Yeah.
Every single detail thought of already. So I'm sure you guys, that's part of the experience is to offer tours for the kids and for the parents too.
Absolutely. Once we are open and we are live, you can come to the facility. We will give you a tour. Check it out. You will be blown away.
It
Fantastic.
sounds like I can feel the
I'm
air
ready
now.
to go.
I know.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Unfortunately, though, for adults can only enter if they're with the child.
That's right.
And vice versa.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
So no adult can come in by themselves.
Unless it's a team builder prearranged.
Mm-hmm.
Corporate.
Yes.
That
Yes,
stuff.
yes, yes.
And there's a different process for
Okay.
it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's just literally kids in there just doing the
And
Right.
learning.
doing the city, right?
In the
Yes.
city.
You know, I have been to the London location. I have
Uh-huh.
been to the Russia location. I've been to 4 locations in
Oh, there's
Mexico.
one in Russia. Okay.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. It's all over,
I
right?
want to go to Russia.
When I first walked in, I was expecting chaos because you're looking at 2,000 kids running around, running the city,
Right.
right? And their parents can just hang out in the parents' room
Uh-huh.
upstairs, and you know you don't have to monitor them, so you kind of don't know what you're walking into, right? And every one of these parks just blew me away because I've never seen kids so engaged, so organized, so behaved. I mean, they wait in line like adults, they take direction like adults because they are in this environment that is custom crafted for them and they feel it, right? And it's real and they don't want to miss a moment. So it's really amazing. And, you know, as I went from store to store to store to store to store, it's the same pattern everywhere, right? And so that just goes to show you that kids can do great things when you let them, right? And you just have to give
You
them the right
gotta
place.
let them, don't
That's
you?
it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. So are you guys noticing? Now, I'm kind of nerdy. So are you guys noticing age dynamics with certain jobs? Maybe the kids that want to be doctors are 10 years and up to 14, because 14 is the cutoff, right?
Yeah, 14 is the cutoff.
Uh-huh.
You know, other stores have metrics on that data. We're just curious to see the way that it plays in the U.S., right? And how
Yeah,
the kid, you know, there's a store, so Japan, it's interesting because Japan, the parents sort of say, hey, you're going to be a doctor today, right? Okay.
I can imagine.
You know, yeah, it
And they
is
found
like
that. And
yeah.
then in other countries, it's more autonomous where the kids are kind of free to choose. So we'll see, you know, what the flow of traffic is and, you know, what kids of this generation choose based on, you know, age, demographic, et cetera.
Right,
Yeah.
right. All this technology that kids have down there. So what generation are we now? You got millennials and then you got Gen Z, and I guess Gen Z is the last thing that we have. They haven't created anything else yet.
Not that I've heard of. I'm
Come
sure
on,
it's there, though. Someone
Listeners, y'all help me
will,
with
come
that
on, someone
one.
will tell us on LinkedIn.
Somebody will tell
Someone
us.
will tell us.
But when you think about it, 4 years of age is when things are starting to be cognitive, I guess. And that is a good start for you guys for what you're offering. That's tremendous. And they all do the older kids kind of understand the younger ones and how to manage them, how to manage relationships with them, for what they expect them to do when they're doing certain functions, kind of deal?
Yeah, and you know, and our staff is highly trained as it relates to, you know, making sure the message is broad enough yet granular enough to speak to all levels and all ages. You know, no matter how advanced or how old the child is, so that everyone in the activity is really having a good time, and and that speaks to special needs children too, right? Because
Yeah, it does.
you know,
Excellent.
we have to be all inclusive,
okay.
right? And
Okay.
so we can play that as well.
Right.
So there's no stairs. It truly allows for everyone to be included.
It allows for everyone. There's access for everyone. There is training on how to teach and coach kids of all
Fantastic.
different walks of life, you know, all different disabilities, and we're there for everyone.
I think that's absolutely awesome. And what a great opportunity to continue to open the kids' eyes, right? And equally, in my opinion, the adults' eyes, watching all of these learnings come to life.
It's amazing to watch and experience. Like I said, we'll keep going back. It's an experience.
Yeah.
I think everyone should come and experience a KidZania.
Well, the people that I'm looking at that are listening to the show that are commenting are real excited and wanting to come and take tours and just learn as much about KidZania as you can. And guys, good, that lets me know that I'm doing my job on this radio show, because we want you guys to be excited. But I do have another nerdy question. Let's see if I got it. Okay. Have you guys noticed or heard about in your locations in certain, I guess, geographic? You choose the geographic areas that you are they having certain impacts in those areas that are different from other ones? Now that's real nerdy. That's the way my mind operates. I like all this metrics.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
Okay, you guys are going to be in Frisco, right? How are you guys going to how are you going to affect in that community with the kids? How are you going to affect Frisco? Did I almost say that? Frisco, as opposed to maybe Fort Worth or maybe opposed to a different section of Dallas or something. Have you guys noticed any difference in that kind of thing? It's just, I mean, you may not know. I may be being too nerdy.
I think we might be.
No, so
I'm real excited about
our
this.
reach is actually beyond state lines.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got efforts going from Frisco, surrounding radius, Oklahoma, surrounding states.
Fantastic.
And it's interesting because where it's built, they actually built a hotel next to us. A hotel company came and said, we're going to build a hotel right here because we believe this is going to be a destination location. So we have efforts all over, again, to be all-inclusive. It's for everybody. It's for all walks of life.
Yeah.
We will make it work because we owe that to society to get these kids the education they need.
Absolutely, you do. And guys, radio listeners, thank you guys for joining us today. That is our show. And hey, you know what? What's the name of the show?
The Who Ya Know Show.
Job Networking Show, because what you know is important, but
who you know
will make all the difference. And we know that KidZania has chosen Frisco. So we thank you, radio listeners. LinkedIn, stay right there. I just want to make sure that we're covering everything. Do you guys have anything else that you want to say before we sign off of LinkedIn and Facebook?
Any last minute words of wisdom for job seekers out there?
What does Dina think?
What does
Yeah,
Dina
what
think?
does Dina think?
Dina's been quiet the whole
wants to
time.
say
We're doing this
something.
on purpose, y'all.
Dina says, come on down to Stonebriar Mall until October 4th. Come on to the hiring site. and check us
Stonebriar
out.
Mall,
On
you
the
guys.
site interviews.
That's
Yeah.
it.
On the site.
And Cita, it's by, what do you say in Stonebriar? It is first floor. Yay, people my age.
Yes, our hiring site is on the first floor.
It's by Dillard's,
By Dillard's across from Foot Locker.
across from Foot Locker. That's what I wanted to get out there. Yes. So you guys, thank you very much. Now,
Thank you.
every Wednesday at 3:00, we are in the same venue. Sometimes we're not in this studio.
Sometimes we're not.
We can go to events and broadcast from events and a lot of things that we do, especially with the job search at CityWorks.
Yeah, I'm not singing it.
You're not. I'm not.
I'm not
Okay, I'm
singing
not.
it.
We'll wait for Trevor and Mark to get back. They'll be back next week, and they will sing "Job Search at CityWorks." Okay.
You did.
Thank you, and bye, you guys.
Everybody.